Welcome to Gleaming Tales! Princess Liora was full of life and curiosity. She often wandered beyond the palace gardens. She loved the sound of fountains, the glow of lanterns, the whispers of the night. But in her kingdom, a strange curse ruled. Every evening, as the clock neared 12, magic stirred. Lanterns glowed brighter, fountains sang, animals spoke in gentle voices. Yet at the stroke of midnight, it all vanished. The lights dimmed, the fountains stilled, the voices fell silent. The people called it the midnight spell. Some feared it, some adored it, but none understood it. Liora could not bear the mystery. Why must magic leave us every night? She wondered. One evening, she sat by the glowing gardens. The flowers opened like stars, shining in silver light. A small firefly drifted down, glowing gold. "Hello!" it buzzed in a cheerful tone. Leora's eyes widened. "You can talk?" The firefly chuckled. "Of course. My name is Finn." Liora clapped her hands with delight. Before she could speak further, a rustling came from the bushes. Out rode a plump raccoon, dragging a silver spoon. "That's mine!" Finn shouted. The raccoon grinned. "Everything shiny is mine. I'm Maple." Liora laughed for the first time that night. Two magical friends, hidden under the spell's cover, but their smiles faded as the clock began to chime. Finn's glow dimmed. Maple's voice grew faint. "No, not yet," Finn cried. At the final toll, their magic vanished. Finn became only a tiny insect. Maple curled into silence like any ordinary raccoon. Leora's heart ached. The next night, she returned. When the clock neared 12, they appeared again. "Why must you fade?" she asked sadly. Finn sighed. "Because of the midnight spell." Maple's voice lowered. "Long ago, a jealous sorcerer cursed this land. He trapped the kingdom's magic inside the clock. It lives only until midnight, then dies again." Leora's fists clenched. "There must be a way to break it." Finn's wings flickered nervously. "There is one hope. The Mirror of Dawn. If it is found before sunrise, the spell may shatter. Then we must find it," Liora declared. Maple scratched his ear. "It won't be easy. The past is full of tricks, and each hour, the magic grows weaker." Still, Liora stood tall. "If kindness and courage can free my people, I will not stop." That night, the journey began. They crept past glowing fountains, singing softly to guide them. The palace halls shimmered with silver light. But the first bell struck. The lights flickered, the fountains slowed. Finn's glow dimmed. Maple stumbled. "Time is against us," Finn whispered. But Liora lifted her lantern high. "Then we will race the clock together." And with that, the princess, the firefly, and the raccoon disappeared into the midnight halls. Princess Liora raised her lantern as she stepped into the glowing halls. At her side flickered Finn, the golden firefly, his light weaker than before. Beside them padded Maple, the raccoon, clutching his pouch of shiny trinkets. The palace felt different. Walls shivered, and shadows whispered like voices. "Stay close," Liora whispered. Finn trembled. "Each toll weakens us more." They reached a staircase lined with crystal lamps. The second bell struck. The lamps dimmed, and frost crept across the steps. Liora hurried upward, heart racing. At the landing, mirrors lined the hall. They reflected not their bodies, but their fears. Finn saw his glow fading forever. Maple saw himself alone, forgotten. Liora saw herself as a queen of ice, cold and empty. Her hands shook, but she stood tall. These are lies. We will not bow to fear. The mirrors shattered, clearing the way. The third bell tolled. Magic drained from the walls, leaving cracks. Finn's wings drooped. I can barely fly. Hold on, Liora urged. We're closer. They entered a chamber of clockwork soldiers. The fourth bell rang, and the soldiers marched forward. Liora struck with a broken staff, sparks flying. Finn darted to blind them. Maple tugged at loose cogs. One by one, the soldiers collapsed. The fifth bell echoed, and the soldiers froze. The hall crumbled behind them. Time is running out, Finn whispered. They burst into the courtyard. At its far end rose a tall tower, glowing faintly. The mirror of dawn, Maple breathed. The sixth bell rang. Steps cracked under their weight as they climbed. The seventh bell struck, and Finn's glow shrank to a spark. Don't leave me, he whispered. I won't, Liora promised, carrying him gently. The eighth bell tolled as they entered the tower. Inside stood the mirror of dawn, glowing golden in the icy chamber. The ninth bell rang. Their reflections stared back, twisted with fear. The 10th bell struck. Finn and Maple nearly faded. The mirror asked, What do you wish? The 11th bell echoed, heavy and final. Leora's heart pounded. She could wish for power. She could wish for endless glory. But she thought of her people, of laughter, warmth, and kindness. Her choice was clear. I wish for my kingdom's happiness, not my own. The 12th bell tolled. The mirror blazed with light, shattering the curse. Finn's glow flared bright. Maple laughed in joy. At dawn, the kingdom awoke. Magic filled every corner, no longer bound to midnight. The people celebrated with tears of joy. And Princess Liora was remembered not for her crown, but for the wish that freed her people from the midnight spell.
Don't forget to subscribe! See you in the next story! Till then, goodbye! Bye-bye!